Everyone grifts differently, as they say. Erika Kirk has been on more press stops in the last 3 months than most celebrities manage in a year. Fox News, Hannity, The Five, Fox and Friends, Outnumbered, Megyn Kelly, the New York Times DealBook Summit, a $10,000 a plate fundraiser at Mar-a-Lago, and a 100,000 person memorial 11 days after her husband died. A book tour, a CEO announcement 8 days after his death. And the immediate assumption is this has got to be about money. She's cashing in, which sure, monetizing her late husband's death. She saw an opportunity and she took it. Sure, the money is definitely real. The fundraising and the book sales are also real. But if you think this is just about money, you're missing the actual story. What Erika Kirk is doing is not just building wealth. She is building something way more dangerous. We knew Kirk's death was the uncorking of a new level of political violence, but we did not expect this. We did not expect what she would do with this. And real quick, I am Lauren Paritra. The only way we counter voices like hers and his and the grift is to make sure better voices are getting heard and louder. So please make sure you're subscribed with notifications on. One click and you can help push back. So let me walk you through what has been happening. Charlie Kirk was killed on September 10th, 2025. 8 days later, Erika was announced as the new CEO of Turning Point USA. 8 days. Most people are still planning the funeral. Most people are still figuring out how to get out of bed or tell their children what happened. Most people are trying to remember to eat. Erika was taking over a multi-million for-profit political organization. And then came the memorial on September 21st, 11 days after his death. State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Police estimated that over 100,000 people, 100,000 people were there, which is way larger than most presidential campaign rallies. Erika gave a eulogy. She forgave Charlie's killer because Christ did. And she said the answer to hate is not hate. Noble words. And she delivered this, of course, in front of cameras, photographers, media, documenting everything. 11 days after he died. Showbiz, baby. Compare that to other high-profile deaths, if we want to go apples to apples here. When Steve Irwin died, his widow, Terry, took over the Australia Zoo, which made sense because she had been running it with him. But she did not immediately launch a media tour, did not write a book or cash in on a book on his name within months, and she did not start giving interviews about how other women should adopt crocodiles. You see where I'm going with this? She grieved. She ran the organization. She stayed out of the spotlight. Erika Kirk waited 8 days and then full-on media blitz began. A media blitz like I've never seen before. By November, 2 months after Charlie's death, she was on Megyn Kelly telling women to not put off having babies, go get pregnant. By December, 3 months later, she was doing a full week residency on Fox and Friends. 5 different shows in 1 week. All of this fairly recent too. Before the moments I just described, she was also pushing the same message. She insisted, hey, women, stop working. She claimed New York women were making a mistake by choosing their careers over their husbands. At the New York Times DealBook Summit, she said that Manhattan women treat the government as a substitute for relationships. And she argued young women shouldn't delay marriage or children. Soon after, she went on Megyn Kelly's show, or around that time, and she told a full room of women to just go out and make babies. She don't think about it. Who cares? Paid family leave? Who? Just do it. She talked about wanting 4 children with Charlie, even praying she was pregnant when he was murdered. Her point was just have babies, full stop, don't wait. Careers? Who career schmears? Weirdest part about all this is she didn't even take a week off after Charlie's death. You can always go back to work, she says. Apparently that rule only applies to other women. And then came another very recent moment, the fundraiser. December 7th, less than 3 months after Charlie died, a black tie gala at Mar-a-Lago. Reports said it cost $10,000 a plate. Glenn Beck claimed nearly 1,000 attendees and called it a beautiful tribute. Photos show Erika Kirk in a black dress with her signature smoky raccoony eye posing with guests. $10,000 a plate. And Charlie Kirk's name, 3 months. But it gets weirder. She was not just having a moment of memories. She was publishing a book. She was cashing in on Charlie's posthumous book about honoring the Sabbath. She told Sean Hannity that Charlie lived and got a full Sabbath, that this was his final message. He seemed to have a lot of final messages around capitalism and that you need to buy his book.
He did not just write this book, he lived it. So when you feel something so deeply and you've experienced it and you lived it, you want to be able to tell other people, look, this will change your life. I know it might sound simple, but sometimes the best answers are the most simple ones. It is truth. And he, again, our whole team knew on days where he didn't get a full Sabbath and did, because he just was so locked in, and he just, again, was the most incredible man. But this just took him to a whole new level. And it was in a way where you would look at him and be like, whatever you're doing, I want to do. And he's like, here. And this is his final message. This is what I'm trying to express to people. This is Charlie's last book.
So what's happening here is she herself is positioning herself as the next generation of conservative women in leadership. During her Hannity interview, which we just saw, Erika is talking about her daughter. She said her daughter asked what daddy is doing in heaven. That they have come to an understanding that daddy is building them a home in heaven. She said that her daughter cannot wait to go to heaven. Some may be able to pull a grain of wholesomeness out of this, but a lot of people are saying Erika is handling this very, very weird. And Erika said to her daughter in this interview, "Me too, baby." Her daughter is 3 years old, and Erika is telling her that heaven is the goal, that reuniting with her father is something to look forward for, instead of like helping her daughter process the grief and build a life here on earth. She's framing death and heaven as the ultimate destination. Bleak, but it reveals something deeper. Erika is building herself into an ideologue and trying to shape people's worldview. One worldview where this life is temporary, where real fulfillment comes later, and where women should accept their circumstances and wait for heaven while having babies. A worldview that discourages women from fighting for better conditions in the now, from demanding more from their lives, from expecting anything beyond survival and obedience. Women's main job is to smile, nod, make babies, and wait for heaven's approval. A system perfectly designed to make women forget that they could actually ask for more, fight for better, or expect anything beyond basic survival and polite obedience. Like, why can't, if she loves babies so much, why can't you fight for paid family leave? If she wants everyone to be a mom, paid family leave would be a good place to start. Healthcare would be a good place to start. Childcare assistance would be a good place to start. But instead, it's all about virtue signaling and protecting the patriarchy. 3 months from his death to book promotion Coachella. Most posthumanist books take years to publish. Erika had one in 3 months. The speed alone, not just a book, she had the full tour in 3 months. She is selling a book about faith and rest and promoting the idea of slowing down while moving faster than anyone else in the media. And then Fox and Friends, more book promotion. She told women not to get mad at their husbands. Just a casual reminder. And she also made it weirder by like talking about Shabbat Shalom.
Again, he would walk through the door, drop his bags, daddy's home, take his phone Friday night, Shabbat Shalom, throw it in the junk drawer, and it was just all us. And that's what I always wanted to make so special for him, was coming home. I'd always say, baby, I don't care what time you get home. Home is here for you. Your food will never be cold. It might sit out for a little bit, but I'll reheat it. It's fine. And I just want to encourage spouses, don't get mad. It's so easy. Don't do it.
The part of this that nobody's talking about is this is a week-long Fox News, Fox and Friends residency. For somebody whose whole message is that women should just be at home with their children, making more children, she sure spends a whole lot of time not being home with her own children. And can we talk about the constant looking up to the sky thing? Every interview, every speech, her and her little raccoon eyes, tilts her head back like Charlie's about to parachute down from heaven. It's weird. It's the kind of acting you'd see maybe in a church play with children who haven't quite figured out where to look, and they're kind of like looking to like their guardians to kind of usher them through. And then the Shabbat Shalom comment was completely unhinged. Nobody asked for that. Cool, you know, a Yiddish phrase. She just shoehorned it into this conversation that she was like trying to collect diversity points. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Okay, Erika. Why are you saying Jewish words on Fox and Friends? What is happening? It's not authentic. It's not natural. It's just very weird. Like she Googled how to sound spiritual and then landed on that and then just said it. The whole thing feels unnatural and integrated and forced. She's like workshopping her grief in real time, seeing what gets the best audience response. Look up, mention Shabbat Shalom, drop a little bit of phrasing in there, and then sell the book, as long as you sell the book. And it's been so bizarre watching someone calculate their way through what's supposed to be a raw emotion. Like, let me give you context. When John McCain died in 2018, his widow did not take on any major public roles for over a year, did not launch fundraisers in his name, did not go out on these very public media tours. She eventually became more politically active, but not immediately and not within weeks. And when Beau Biden died, his widow did not become a public figure. She definitely didn't go out peddling books and products and taking on Fox and Friends residencies. She grieved privately. When Roger Ailes died in 2017, his widow Elizabeth did not take on any Fox and Friends news residency and wasn't going on media hit after media hit. She stayed out of the public eye. Normally, when you lose somebody that close to you, you step back. You go into survival mode. You grieve. You can't eat. You can't sleep. You deal with real, raw human emotions. And eventually, you have to get moving and you take on roles maybe or foundations or go back to work. It happens with time, usually months at minimum, weeks at minimum. Usually, Erika Kirk waited 8 days. She was 8 days to CEO, 11 days to a 100,000 person memorial that looked more like a festival rally, 2 months till she was on Megyn Kelly telling people to get pregnant, and 3 months till a full-on Fox and Friends residency and a New York Times Summit, a $10,000 a plate fundraiser at Mar-a-Lago. She's building an empire here on her husband's grave, just as Jesus would have wanted, to indoctrinate women and benefit some patriarchal agenda. And of course, as CEO of his company, Live, Laugh, Love, Widowhood, she's taking on all these stages just to tell women to stay at home while she's literally never home. She's raising millions while telling women not to chase their own bag. Really inspiring stuff. And if this expanded your perspective, please take a moment to subscribe. I am Lauren P. Turn those notification bells on. We'll be back.